philosophy was born that would withstand the test of time. Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium, teaches us how to navigate through life's storms with calm and resilience. Imagine a scenario where you have invested all your life savings into a venture, and suddenly, due to circumstances beyond your control, it all vanishes. This is not a mere hypothetical for Zeno. It was his reality. On a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, Zeno's ship sank along with all his cargo. What could have been a devastating blow instead became the catalyst for the development of Stoicism, a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of our response to uncontrollable events. Stoicism posits that while we cannot control what happens to us, we have complete control over how we react to those events. This principle, the dichotomy of control, is central to Stoic philosophy. Rather than lamenting his loss, Zeno chose to remain composed and focused on what he could control, his mindset. Stoicism teaches that the key to a fulfilled life is to maintain equanimity in the face of adversity. It's not about suppressing emotions, but about transforming them through rationality and acceptance. Today, many people view Stoics as unbreakable individuals who remain unmoved by emotional extremes. However, Stoicism is much more than a path to emotional resilience. It's a comprehensive worldview that has guided individuals for centuries. The teachings of Stoicism are timeless and applicable to modern life, just as they were in ancient times. This philosophy allows us to process negative emotions and turn them into constructive thoughts, providing a unique perspective on the world. Every person's experiences shape their viewpoint, and Stoicism acknowledges this diversity, promoting a universal approach to life's challenges. The Stoics believed in sharing their wisdom openly. They gathered in public spaces to discuss and teach their principles, making their knowledge accessible to all, from slaves to emperors. Notable Stoics include Epictetus, once a slave whose name means acquired, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who is remembered as one of the most powerful men in history. Stoicism's inclusive nature was revolutionary for its time. It opposed societal norms that restricted education and philosophical inquiry to men. Musonius Rufus, the teacher of Epictetus, argued passionately for the inclusion of women in the study of philosophy, stating that virtue and the inclination toward noble deeds were not confined to men alone. Why do so many adopt Stoicism as a way of life? In a world rife with unexpected events, our emotions often cloud our judgment. Stoicism teaches us to expect and accept that bad things will happen. By visualizing the worst outcomes and finding peace with them, we prepare ourselves mentally for any adversity. One Stoic exercise to cultivate gratitude is voluntary discomfort. This practice involves deliberately exposing oneself to discomfort, such as sleeping on the floor or taking cold showers. These experiences help us appreciate what we have and build resilience, demonstrating that we can thrive even in challenging circumstances. In our consumer-driven society, Stoicism's message is more relevant than ever. Advertisements constantly tell us that happiness lies in material possessions, but Stoicism teaches otherwise. We should focus on improving ourselves for our own sake, not for external validation. Happiness should stem from our intrinsic values and the effort we put into our actions, not from external achievements or possessions. The dichotomy of control is a fundamental Stoic principle. Epictetus said, "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control." We must learn to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot, placing our value on our internal efforts rather than external outcomes. Consider a modern example, a YouTuber who puts immense effort into creating content. The success of their channel is influenced by factors beyond their control, like the platform's algorithm. Instead of measuring success by views or subscribers, Stoicism advises judging by the effort and quality of the work produced. Living with less, a principle espoused by Seneca, creates space in our lives for what truly matters. This means unbinding ourselves from societal pressures and focusing on what we can control. A person seeking a promotion might not achieve it due to factors beyond their control. Instead of feeling dejected, Stoicism teaches them to value the quality of their work and remain motivated despite external setbacks. The four main virtues of Stoicism, wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, guide us in living a virtuous life. Wisdom involves distinguishing between what we can and cannot control and choosing our responses wisely. Courage means persisting through adversity. Temperance advocates for moderation, valuing what is essential and enough. Justice, the most crucial virtue, instructs us to do no harm and to work for the collective good. Nelson Mandela, influenced by the works of Marcus Aurelius, exemplified Stoic principles during his imprisonment. Despite enduring severe hardship, he emerged advocating for reconciliation and nation-building rather than revenge, demonstrating the Stoic ideal of focusing on what can be changed and accepting what cannot. Modern therapeutic practices like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy draw from Stoic principles. REBT helps individuals challenge and replace negative thought patterns with rational ones, while logotherapy emphasizes finding purpose, even in dire circumstances. To achieve happiness, Stoicism urges us to redefine our self-worth based on what we can control. By shifting our focus from external achievements to internal values, we can lead more fulfilling lives. Stoicism helps us navigate through life's storms, providing calm and clarity in turbulent times. And if our ship sinks, we can find peace in knowing we lived a good life, embracing the inevitability of life's end. Everything has an end, but how we live and react to life's challenges defines our journey. Through the wisdom of Stoicism, we can find strength, purpose, and tranquility.